Do 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 do.
Chlamydia's in the air.
Do 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 do.
Wop, wop.
Terrorists.
I'm not feeling very funny today.
No. Oh. Oh,
yeah.
Daddy. Oh. Too much?
Too much.
Well.
I'm the condom that just wouldn't flush down the toilet. I've drip.
And it's me, the wanky dad should have had. Rachel Rhea. Hiya. And welcome back to
Today we're going to be talking about all things sexual and boyfriends and drama. We're going to be spilling all of the tea.
Yes, girl, we definitely are, and I'm excited. I've been on heat all day. Oof. Oof.
What is your laugh?
It's got very different octaves. I go. Oh, Lord Jesus Christ. This one's going to be fun today. So, where should we begin? Like,
At the clinic.
Do we want to do this? We're doing it. I'm not exactly sure with this one.
Yeah.
Because, let's just say it's, personal.
Was this a bad idea?
Was this a bad idea?
Yeah.
Possibly.
Yep. Goodbye, YouTube.
Hail, Mother of Mercy and of Love, oh Marie. Who's Maria?
My ex-girlfriend.
Oh, oh well, that's a good way to start, actually. So, ex-girlfriends. Did you have one? Two? Okay.
So when I was in year 7, which in America is like grade 7 or something, 7th grade, whatever, I don't know. Shh. I'm wheezing army testicles to be stopped. The first one was then when everyone was like, oh my god, he's so gay, and I was like, I'm not, watch
Wait,
this.
you kind of got a girlfriend to like prove everyone wrong.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I got a girlfriend for the purposes of the video. Her name's Jemima. Jemima thought she was my first kiss. She was badly mistaken because I actually kissed a boy 2 weeks before then.
Okay. So
on
your
top
first
of a bus stop.
So was your first kiss the boy then?
It was.
Okay, cool.
I kissed him on top of a bus stop 2 weeks before school restarted.
Hold on a minute. On top of a bus stop.
Yeah, so there was a bus stop, obviously. Beep, beep. And above this bus stop was some trees grown over it.
Right.
And you climb up behind the bus stop and sit on top
So you were
of
like
it.
Tarzan?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Can you silence your phone again?
I'll be back.
I will sit here patiently. Alright, we're wasting camera time. Stop checking locations. Glance out. Sit down. Oh my god, I heard that. The dab. Yeah. Aye, so ended up kissing him on top of a bus stop and then went back into school and she was like, was that your first kiss? And I was like, yeah. Those juices are flowing.
I know, because I'm hot. I'm very, very hot.
No, I'm hot. You're kind of mild spicy. So, how did you get your first boyfriend or girlfriend? Was it with your mating call?
What do you mean, me mating call? That sounds like a dying walrus.
You look like one too.
Woo! I'm fine.
And that is why she's single.
That and many other reasons.
So, who was your first girlfriend or boyfriend? How did it happen?
Oh, so my first kiss or my first boyfriend/girlfriend?
Girlfriend/boyfriend/kiss, whatever.
Right, okay. So technically I had a girlfriend for 2 days.
With 2 days.
Yeah, so like I was at school and like it was just before I came out. It was like year 7 or something, and it just happened, and we were talking to this girl, and I started texting her or something, and then we were like, so we're like girlfriend and boyfriend now, as you do when you're like 12, and yeah, that happened, and then I met up with her like after school the next day, and she was like, yeah, she would just call it a day. Now I think she's a lesbian, so you know.
Oh my god, your drag name should have been Tina Turner. I'm quite intrigued to know what your worst breakup's like.
Oh,
because you're a train wreck.
I am. My worst breakup. It wasn't great. I had the one time on Valentine's Day that I wasn't single for once in my entire life. And I really made an effort. I had like all the 3-course meal prepared, things like that.
How old were you?
This was like 2 years ago.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense. I was sat there thinking a 14-year-old 3-course meal.
Last kind of proper relationship, I guess. But yeah, I had everything planned. The person was vegetarian, so I had a full vegetarian 3-course meal plan, blah 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 blah. I got us wine, things like that. And then I was at work on the day, and then things happened. Long story. Got a message, and then it was like, it's over on Valentine's Day.
Wait, he broke up with you on Valentine's Day?
On Valentine's Day, yeah.
Oh.
I was a wreck. Let's just say I cried my entire little heart out. Tell us about yours then. What about your breakup?
Which one? There's been several. For the purpose of this video, we're going to call him Cucumber Head. You know, no profanity in our channel. So my boyfriend at the time was from up here, but he lived in London for university.
Okay.
And it was kind of an up and down relationship. Like, he used to come up, I used to go down, blah blah blah. It was great. And something happened where I needed some space to figure myself out. I even had space from my family, so it wasn't a case of like, it's not you, it's me.
Yeah.
But it really was me.
Which is the worst breakup excuse ever.
Agreed. I was like, hi, XYZ's happened, I need some time myself. What does he do? He turns up on my doorstep, and I'm like, this is your idea of space? Like,
yeah.
I ended up sitting him down and threw his presents back at him.
Oh, girl.
And I was just like...
I would have took the gifts and ran.
Well, that's the thing. He took the gift that I gave him.
So why didn't you do the same?
Didn't want memories of him.
Okay, yeah, that's a fair point.
So I was just like, have this back, and I was like...
Into oblivion.
So, rewind. You know, when we said we were going to spill the tea, we meant the full cup, not just a sip. So, I don't know if I dare ask this, because I know exactly what you're like. But what age did you lose your flower?
Oh, my flower. I was 17, so I just turned 17. Don't know how old he was.
Professional.
Stop it!
Continue.
I can't. I was 17. He was 27. So yeah, there was a bit of a gap. It was in his car, very classy, in a little kind of car park turnaround area.
Jesus Lord.
At about 10 o'clock at night. And yeah, stuff happens.
Please judge her as hard as you can in the comments.
He also asked for my ID.
Who's the bitch bouncer?
I don't know. It was like, it was getting into his car, was like getting into the club. So, can I come in, please? You can. Now that I've told my little flower story, what's your little flower?
My flower was a very, very fun story, actually.
Okay.
Because the guy actually had a boyfriend at the time.
Home wrecker.
I didn't know. He told me he was single.
Okay, that's fine. Tell me everything.
So the guy kind of spoke to me for a while, and then he was like, oh, I'm kind of coming past your way very soon. I was 16 at the time, almost 17.
How old was he?
16, 17, he's my age.
Okay, cool.
And he turned around and he was like, oh, well, me and the girls are going to go and drink in a field, you know, where from the UK we're classy. We drink in fields. And I went and met him and his friends for the first time ever. I'd never met him before.
Right.
But we just spoken a lot.
Just like over message.
Exactly.
Like okay.
So I went out and I'd met his friends and they're like, oh my god, he's so cute, blah, 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 blah. And it got really late and I got a phone call from my mum and I was like...
They always ring it, they're out with moments, don't
I know.
they? Without fail.
I know. And she was like, where are you at? And I was like, I'm with my friends. And she was like, okay, what time are you coming home? By this time it was like 10 o'clock, so I'd missed the last bus. And I was like,
oh god.
I don't know, I'll let you know. I'm praying that I can actually get home. And the guy turned around and he was like, well, you can come and sleep at mine if you want. And I was like, oh, right, well, yeah, I'm just going to sleep at my friends tonight. One thing he didn't tell me is that he wasn't allowed boys in his house. So I got to the front door and he was like, wait there. And I was like, what? He was like, don't want to see anything. And he popped his head through the sitting room door and he was talking to his dad or his mum, whatever. And all I'd seen was this hand come behind him and go, walked up the stairs as quietly as possible, went into his bedroom, obviously XYZ happened. And the next morning, his sister walked along the landing and she knocked on his door. I heard the door handle go and just started to walk in. And his bed was slightly off the wall. So me being as skinny as I am, I just rolled down into this little crevice and pulled the quilt over us. And he just kind of put his arm over the top of us and I was like, I can't breathe. And she was like talking and whatever. And then all of a sudden this guy pulled the quilt from over us and he was like, she knows that I hate you. And I was like, hi. And that was the end of that.
Oh well.
That was fun.
Well, that was a certainly interesting story, wasn't it? In terms of exciting places though, like, I'd like to do it like on top of the Eiffel Tower or something.
I would love to do it on a beach.
What about all the sand though?
I'll put a towel down.
Any mistakes?
Anyone before the age of 21.
So, well, we're getting quite deep now, but if you could coitus with one of your exes again, would you, and why?
I already have. With
Oh,
several
God.
of them.
To be honest, I have too. Like,
But it's just so good.
yeah.
Like when you're with the same person constantly and like you figure out your way of getting it done. So
yeah.
there's been a few times after a night out where we have gotten really drunk, we've ended up kissing again, and then the next morning we wake up and we're like, what about you anyways?
Yes, only the once,
Okay.
I think. Now, this was my first ever boyfriend that I had. So,
Okay.
with this one, lots of shit happened. We ended up coming into each other's life again very briefly, and just going to his mum's house, and things happened in his mum's bed. It was certainly interesting.
Well, I mean, if you guys have got any embarrassing Kai stories that you would like to share, drop it in the comments because
Certainly fun to read, but
that is humorous.
But just a little bit of a disclaimer, guys. So we have been talking about some very personal things today, but we'd just like to advertise safe sex, everyone.
If you're going to be silly, please wrap your willy with the protective gear that you can buy or get free at the clinic. And please, if you have any symptoms, get yourself tested. Don't spread it.
Definitely. Because, girl, you don't want it.
We don't want it either, so...
Not again. Well, guys, if you like the video, don't forget to like, comment, and share. We would appreciate the love. Thank you.
If you have enjoyed our company as well, there is a big red subscribe button somewhere above my head. I don't know where I am right now. There's also a little ding bell icon. It looks a bit like Rachel's head. If you tap on that, you'll get a notification every time we upload. We'd really appreciate it.
We would indeed.
Well, I mean, it's been...
Um...
Oh, thank the Lord Jesus.
It's pulling me hair. You've been wanting to do it the entire time, haven't you? It's because first it's just there and it's like, oh.